Hello guys, welcome to my humble YouTube channel where I bring you fanfiction that will brighten your days. Before we start, a subscribe is greatly appreciated, and don't forget to leave a like and ring the bell icon so you won't miss exciting new fanfiction stories. That time I visited another world by Siesta0531, Chapter 5. Shiro. Shiro. What exactly is an emotion? Do you need a heart to have emotions? Rimuru picks up a piece of marshmallow and started playing with it, squishing it slightly and smiling while looking at the scenery around them. Rimuru. You won't know without experiencing something yourself. Shiro. I see. Rimuru then burnt the piece of marshmallow. Rimuru. Here ah. Shiro stared at the burnt marshmallow for a moment and opened her mouth slightly, taking a bite from it. Shiro. It tastes like dirt. Rimuru. So which one do you prefer, the sweet one or this burnt one? Shiro. Shiro. Both, they are equal. Rimuru. Rimuru stands up and stretches both of his arms and suddenly leans toward Shiro, seeing each other's reflection in their golden eyelids. It was like staring at the mirror without any hints of cloudiness. Rimuru. I see. Shiro. Rimuru. Whether it's sweets that taste bad or sweets that taste delicious. Whether it's the lives living in the world or the sceneries you can find in it, most of the things that can be found in the world have the same value in your eyes. Shiro. Rimuru. This is already an example of emotion you just didn't realize. Emotions are inextricably connected to how Shiro-san makes sense in your view of the world. Rimuru. In other words, you are just being stubborn, believing that you don't have a heart. Shiro. Rimuru. Shiro-san, instead of watching the world around you, experience it yourself. Shiro. I see. Rimuru. Well, it's nice meeting you, Shiro-san. Shiro. Can I invite you to have tea with me again? Rimuru. Of course, I also wanted to try out your preferred kind of tea. Shiro. My preferred tea. After that, waving goodbye once, Rimuru teleports back to Lilia's home, leaving Shiro, who is now standing in the open fields surrounded by flowers on her island. Shiro was thinking about Rimuru's words just now, experience it yourself. Shiro. You have my gratitude. Rimuru Tempest. Shiro suddenly flinch a little while tilting her head, blurting out such words like gratitude. She had never been thankful to anyone before. Shiro for the very first time had a small confused look on her face while both of her palms are holding near her heart. Shiro. So this is an emotion. By my name, Sharo Vinaru. I command the world. This individual is worthy. Rimuru Tempest. O Earth, become a cradle that protects him, to you who have shown me a new view of the world. O Sea, become a garment that nurtures him, from me who has caught an interest in you. O Sky, become his wings that embrace his very being. An extraordinary unforeseen event. O Stars, become a beacon to guide him to the future. Therefore I grant, by my name, by the name Sharo Vinaru, to you the blessings of the world. His name, the name of Rimuru Tempest, I extend my blessing. In conjunction with my name be inscribed in the world. At the same time, in Duchess Lilia's home, less than master, you can now establish a soul corridor with the individual, Shiro, greater than. When did that happen? Seal? Less than. It seems in this world goddesses can grant the so-called blessing, greater than. According to Seal, blessings in basic terms can be considered as passive buffs. There are many and different kinds of blessings depending on what goddess governs over a specific trait that blesses you. There are also two kinds of blessing. The first one has only a temporary effect and can be granted to multiple individuals by the same goddess, that only lasts mostly for about a year with moderate effects. The second one is true blessing. A goddess can only grant this blessing once to a single individual, and it doesn't lose its effects as long as the goddess is alive. Less than the blessing master received doesn't change anything much, but by accepting that blessing master can form a soul corridor with the said individual greater than. Shiro-san, even though she's the apex of this world, she's still comparable to a child that hasn't gone out of her home. But she has a good heart. Seal, form a soul corridor with Shiro-san. Back at the god realm Kronwa, Shallow Vernal Sama, a letter came from Underworld King Sama. Shiro. 19,000 years ago, Shiro, using her omniscience, she looked into the future and found a future where she was laughing. Together with her in that future was the Otherworlder, Miyama Kato. The futures where she showed emotion all had similarities, the existence of Kato. And thus she sought after Kato, the singularity that will teach her emotions, the one that she has been seeking for most of her life. Shiro suddenly heard a voice inside her head less than in the name of Mana's seal. I hereby decree the individual, Sharo Vinaru, has met the specific requirements and grant her the evolution to a true monarch god greater than. At that very moment, Shiro was engulfed in a blinding light. After a few seconds she transcends, emerging from the light. It all happened right in front of Kronwa's shallow vernal sama. What happened for the very first time? Kronwa saw Shiro's face with another expression. It was an expression filled with emotions and a really warm smile, while her cheeks are slightly blushing with a pinkish tone. Like a young teen in love, Shiro. Kuro. The future has changed.